over. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hey everyone, this is Austin Orman from Old School with Foreman and Orman, live from 1040 O Street in the heart of downtown Lincoln, weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. My favorite thing about downtown Lincoln has to be the year-round energy. Downtown Lincoln never stops. It's easy to get to, has everything you could need or want in dining, entertainment, and retail, and of course it has Lincoln's best sports talk, proudly located in downtown Lincoln on the corner of 11th and O.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out the top-selling Epic Effects. Epic Effects is designed to help blast body fat, curb cravings, and provide smooth energy so you can cruise through the day. Home of free samples and better than internet pricing, Epic Effects can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Looking to get a room downtown or near South Lincoln? Abe Lincoln would tell you no to the Ford Theater and yes to Lincoln Hotel. Save up to 40% off downtown Lincoln prices with a nice clean room and comfortable stay. Lincoln Hotel is locally owned and offers a day pass to the city's largest locally owned gym, Good Life Fitness. Long-term stays are available. You can learn more about pricing and book your Lincoln Hotel stay today at staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565. That's staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
It's been a busy day in sports. A lot has happened while you were up to your eyeballs in work. Catch up on what went down in Nebraska athletics, college sports, and your favorite pro sports leagues. This is Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Sponsored by Canopy Street Market. Here is your host, Nick Whyman.
Welcome, Late Night in Lincoln, live with Nick Whyman on 93.7 The Ticket. and theticketfm.com. It's been a day. Wednesday, we had the girls' state basketball tournament. Last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, with the championships crowning 6 champions across the board. It was so nice. We're going to do it twice. The boys' basketball state tournament, the 2026 edition of the state tournament, began today at Pinnacle Bank Arena and the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Some really good games across the day, especially Pinnacle Bank Arena had some really close ones. Overtime game over at the Bob in Class C2. A lot to get into. If you are a fan of basketball in general, you had to get a ticket and get to either one of these locations. You had some really barn burners. You had a potential upset on the horizon, which ended up becoming a improbable comeback in the fourth quarter by a number 1 seed to avoid an 8 seed loss. LPS team knocking off a OPS team, or Omaha Metro team, for the first time since the late 2010s in Class A. Perennial powerhouses as well in the Omaha Metro moving on as well. Some really fun basketball across the board. So if you were at any of the games, watching the games on TV, and you want to talk about it, join the conversation. 402-464-5685. That's 402-464-5685 on the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line. If you want to talk about it, we can. We'll talk about basketball for this first segment of the show, and then we'll hop into some other news and notes. College basketball is in full swing. The Big Ten tournament day 2 happened today. Some upsets, and say Nebraska is now down to 2 teams they could play in the quarterfinals on Friday at 5:30. Remember, post game will be on Friday night after the fact, due to us covering state basketball. So Friday night after our state basketball coverage, we'll have post game of Nebraska basketball. Also, auto bids are being punched. Last night we saw Long Island win their conference. We saw the Big, stayed up late last night and watched the Big Sky. Idaho is playing currently against Montana for the Big Sky auto bid. Idaho is a 7 seed in their conference. And then Colt Mitchell scored 24 plus last night to help the Vandals to their first conference championship game since 2014. It's been a while, but the Vandals are 1 win away from advancing to the big dance. Other games like that going on as well. There's plenty. Like I said, if you want to join the conversation, 402-464-5685. But let's start with high school. We just wrapped up 6 games today, 2 Class D2 games in the morning at 9 and 10:45, and then all 4 Class A games at Pinnacle Bank Arena today. Could be heard on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, you could also hear the games from there as well. Just like you're watching the stream right now, you could listen to all respective games starting at 9 o'clock in the morning all the way until about 9 o'clock in the evening. So I think we can start with each class. Let's start in D2. We'll make our way up. We'll go D2, C2, and A. And then we'll preview a little bit of what's tomorrow on tap here on 94.7 The Ticket. We have 6 really good games to look forward to. I mean, this was just day 1, and there was some drama. There was comebacks. There was overtime thrillers. There was buzzer beater. There was so much across the board that happened. I don't know if I can fit it into a 20-minute segment, to say the least. So let's start in D2. Elgin Pope John, the number 1 seed, coming in with a 23-3 record, took on the 8 seed Pleasanton. Pleasanton was around 500, got their way in, won their district final. They get into this game, and they put up a fight against EPPJ. In the end, Elgin Pope John holds on for the victory, 46-44 to start off the tournament. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better way to start off the tournament. You almost had number 1 seed go down. We'll get into that later as well. Elgin Pope John survives and advances to the semifinals. They will play at Bob Devaney on Friday at 9 a.m. as well. Going to the bottom half of that bracket, we had another close one on the airwaves. You had Deschler, came in 21-3, taking on GAC, a.k.a. Guardian Angels Central Catholic, who came in with a 15-11 record. And another close one. And Guardian Angels Central Catholic held their own and ended up pulling off a 54-50 win over Deschler to put a matchup between Guardian Angels Central Catholic and Elgin Pope John, the 1 versus the 5 seed, on Friday at the Bob Devaney Sports Center at 9 a.m. to kick off the action there. You go to the bottom half of the bracket, the nightcap tonight at Bob Devaney. Archangels Catholic were the 2 seed, entering with a 24-2 record. They took on the Irish of Falls City Sacred Heart. representing Southeast Nebraska down there, coming in as the number 7 seed with a 17-8 record. All Archangels throughout. Archangels Catholic picks up a 49-28 win. That game was at 6 o'clock to Bob Devaney. So Archangels Catholic moving on to the semifinals of the Class D2 bracket. And the final game of the day out at Bob Devaney Sports Center was St. Mary's against Wynot. Two really good teams, or staples in the state tournament. St. Mary's has been there a ton. Wynot, we saw their girls team last week as well. Very good basketball program, very good athletic school in general. St. Mary's gets the best of Wynot this time around, 56-42 to cap off the day at Bob Devaney. So that sets up on the other side, you have Archangels Catholic, the 2 seed, taking on St. Mary's, the 3 seed in D2. So 1, 5, 2, and 3 seeds moving on in Class D2. Let's go to C2. C2, you started off with the 1 seed UTAN, took on EMF, Exeter Milligan Friend. Co-op used to be Exeter Milligan and Friend. They're now together as EMF, Exeter Milligan Friend. They were the 8th seed with an 18-7 record, taking on UTAN, who came in with a 22-2 record. This time around, UTAN wins 62-40 in a 22-point victory to move UTAN to the semifinals. On the other side, after that one, Norfolk Catholic, they were the 5 seed with a 22-4 record, taking on the 4 seed North Bend Central. This was a weird game. So North Bend Central held Norfolk Catholic scoreless in the first quarter. Yes, you heard that right. Norfolk Catholic did not score a single bucket in that opening period. Just a drought to start. To start the state tournament, I think the first game is always the hardest because you're getting situated into a new situation, different backdrop. You're playing a big stadium. You don't have that wall there right behind you, the fans behind you. It's a very different perspective on things compared to playing 25-plus games in a high school gym. Get to a big arena, you travel down, a big stage. Everybody's taking off work to come watch you play on the grandest stage of them all. And Norfolk Catholic goes down 15. I was like, wow, what? A lot of teams couldn't come back from that just because, man, feels like the sky is falling. You make the trip down here and you go scoreless in a quarter. Well, Norfolk Catholic erases that and picks up a 48-40 gritty win over North Bend Central. That sets up number 1 UTAN against number 5 Norfolk Catholic. That should be a very fun game. A 23-4 Norfolk Catholic team against a 23-2 UTAN team. That game is at 1:30 on Friday at the Bob in Class C2. You go to the bottom half of the bracket, Bergen Catholic. They were kind of an underdog team last year. Bergen Catholic ran the gauntlet, upset their way to a championship with a very young team, but Bergen's back again. They are a 2 seed. They have 1 loss on the year, entering with a 25-win record. They took on Pender. Pender, we saw their girls team win a state title a week ago, a little less than a week ago, actually. Bergen gets a landslide 71-43 win over the Pendragons as Bergen Catholic is continuing to march on in the state tournament. The game of the day, more than likely in over at the Bob Devaney, was number 3 Valentine, entering with a 23-3 record, taking on Freeman. Freeman 19-5. Valentine, one of their leading scorers, injured during practice before the state tournament, was out for this game. But despite that, Valentine was able to put up a fight and say, hey, we're hanging around here. So Valentine, Freeman last year got upset by Bergen Catholic in the first round. We had a big lead, lost it in the end. Freeman won his state title a couple years ago as well. The Freeman Falcons soar to the semifinals after picking up an overtime win over Valentine, 57-56. In this one, down the stretch, Freeman had a chance to take the lead, missed both free throws on their end. Valentine leads 56-55. Valentine has a chance with about 8 seconds left to extend their lead, but missed both free throws. Easton Buss, one of the guards for the Falcons, takes the ball coast to coast, layup, tries to draw a foul, but also gets the ball to roll in to win the game at the buzzer, before the final buzzer. That they put about, I think, 0.8 seconds. It was less than a second left on the clock. So Valentine down 1, 57-56, has to go the length of the floor, have to pull a Christian Leitner out of their hat. The inbounds pass gets tipped by the defender on the inbounder on the other side of the court, and Freeman holds on and soars into the semifinals with a 57-56 win over Valentine. That sets up a rematch from last year's first round between Bergen Catholic, who is 26-1, against Freeman, who is 20-5. Last year, if you don't know, Bergen was the underdog team in Class C2, played Freeman. Freeman had a not double digit, but a multiple possession lead down the stretch. Bergen goes on a run to steal the win away from the Falcons. So you get that rematch at 3:15 at the Bob Devaney Sports Center on Friday. So that is a very intriguing matchup in general. That is a very fun matchup, to say the least. And one of those teams is heading to a third place game. One of those teams is heading to a state title. And Bergen's trying to go for a two-peat. Freeman trying to get back there for the first time since they had a team full of guys like Carter Roos, Taylor Vetrovsky, Carter Niles, and whatnot. So Class A was all at Pinnacle Bank Arena today. This is the third class that participated. 3 more tomorrow. We'll get into those ones real quick as well. Class A started out today at 1:30 with Omaha West Side, the number 1 seed, 23-4, taking on the 8 seed Lincoln High. Lincoln High had upset their way into the tournament in a district final, got it to get that berth and get back to state. It's been a long time since Lincoln High has made it. And Lincoln High came out blazing hot. I mean, they took an early lead, held on, grabbed some momentum. They had a nice crowd there. They're one of the closest schools to Pinnacle Bank Arena. So, of course, they had a nice attendance and a nice showing for the Lynx. And the Lynx built up an 18-point lead at one point, where it was looking like the upset could happen. The number 1 seed in Class A was on the ropes. But London Dada and the West Side Warriors stormed back. Lincoln High went on a drought at the final 3 minutes of the game. Fouled 30-some feet away from the basket, sends West Side to the line to grab the lead. And then Lincoln High has to throw up a prayer. Not even close. 61-58 win for the West Side Warriors. The 1 seed survives and advances Omaha West Side to the semifinals on Friday. On the other side, you had Millard North, who is a prominent high school basketball program here in the state of Nebraska. They've had some very good players, not only at the collegiate level, but they've had some success, after playing college basketball. Hunter Salas being one of those, most notably in the last couple of years. They took on Lincoln Southwest, who also is the home of alum Braden Frager, who is now the 6th man of the year in the Big Ten Conference. So this is the first time an LPS school has beaten an Omaha Metro school in the Class A state tournament since the late 2010s. Lincoln Southwest in a high-scoring affair. This is a really fun game. Lincoln Southwest, the Silverhawks move on with an 81-71 victory over the Mustangs. So that sets up a number 1 Omaha West Side Warriors against the 4 seed Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks on Friday at 1:30 at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fun matchup right there. Chance for Lincoln Southwest, the lone remaining LPS school remaining, chance to maybe knock off West Side and get to a state title. Bottom half of the bracket, you had the Thunderbirds of Bellevue West, another really good high school basketball program. Chucky Hepburn was there a couple years ago. Very good basketball program. They entered with a 20-5 record. They took on Papillion La Vista. Bellevue West picks up a 79-68 win over La Vista, and that puts the Thunderbirds into the semifinals. They've been a staple to the Class A state tournament on the boys' side for a very couple of years, a very long time. It feels like Bellevue West, Millard North, those 2 teams somehow, some way reload and find a way to get to the state tournament and make some noise. And then we had the 3 seed Creighton Prep entering with a 20-6 record, taking on Papillion La Vista South they entered 17-6. Papillion La Vista South pulls off a 57-48 win over the Junior Jays. So that sets up Bellevue West against Papillion La Vista South in a 2 versus 6 seed at 3:00 at Pinnacle Bank. So West Side, Southwest, Bellevue West, Papillion La Vista South are the remaining teams left in the Class A ranks. So before we move on from the high school talk, let's preview what tomorrow brings across the board. So at the Bob Devaney Sports Center tomorrow, you'll have plenty of games starting tomorrow. Starting in C1 tomorrow, you'll have 1 Ogallala against 8 Syracuse at 9 a.m., followed by 4 DC West, 5 Grand Island Central Catholic, who are back. They are a very good basketball program as well. That's C1. And then to cap off, that caps off the morning, afternoon in C1, you'll get 2 Ashland Greenwood, Cale Jacobson, alum from there as well. Maybe you catch, I would say you catch him, but they're making that trip over to Chicago for the Big Ten basketball tournament. So no, Cale Jacobson more than likely will not be in attendance for that one. They are taking on the 7-seed Lincoln Christian, and then 3 Auburn, another team who has made a lot of noise in the state tournament, taking on 6-seed Gothenburg at 3:15. The nightcaps at Bob Devaney will see the Class D1 ranks. You'll get number 2 Lutheran High Northeast against 7 Meade, and then the crap off the day in D1, you'll get 3 East Butler against 5 McCool Junction. So on the ticket tomorrow, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, early break as usual, 9 o'clock shifts over. You will get number 1 Howells Dodge against number 8 Fullerton at 9 a.m. from Pinnacle Bank. After that game, you'll get 4 Elm Creek versus 5 North Platte St. Pat's at 10:45. That is the D1 action you'll hear right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. And then after that afternoon session, after the morning session, you'll get the afternoon session, which will tip off Class B. Class B, a very loaded field, a very competitive field. Last night, we had Norris boys basketball coach Jimmy Moats on the show for the first 25 minutes, and he spoke very highly of this group of 8 teams. You know, a lot of them have different stories and how they got here, very different seasons. Some of them have only lost a handful of games. Some teams have a losing record and very, peaked as the season went along. So you start tomorrow, 1:30 at Pinnacle Bank. The number 1 seed, the Omaha Skutt Catholic Skyhawks, defending champions. They've won this tournament multiple times in a row. They are taking on the 8 seed Lincoln Pius, the 10th, who entered with a losing record. They were 4-13, finished the year with a 10-16 record. Play a tough schedule, and there they are, the Thunderbolts and the Skyhawks, 1:30 at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Following that game, you'll get the 4 seed Elkhorn North, Sutton Pikowski on that team, 17-5. The Wolves taking on the 5 seed Wahoo. The Warriors are also a staple in the state tournament. Regardless of class, they have made noise over the years. They've had some really good players as well. Marcus Glock being one of those in recent memory. 19-5 for Wahoo. So Wahoo Elkhorn North at 3:15. Following that one, as mentioned, Jimmy Moats was on here last night. Norris is head coach of the Titans. March to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Norris entering with a 22-2 record. They are taking on conference foe Bennington, who is the 7 seed. They are 17-8. So Titans and Badgers. Jimmy mentioned how the Bennington gave them a little bit of trouble in the conference tournament, the EMC, the Eastern Midlands Conference, and whatnot. And these teams met a couple years ago in the first round of the state Class B state tournament, and Bennington took them to overtime. Regular season last year, a couple years ago, overtime as well. They've had some really good games, and not only in basketball, but in other sports as well. So Bennington Norris, 6 o'clock, and to cap off Thursday at 7:45, you'll get the 3 seed Scottsbluff with a 21-4 record. I mentioned last week how Scottsbluff, the girls team, was staying close by. They are across the street from our studios once again. The 3 seed Scottsbluff, 21-4, taking on 6 seed Gretna East. Gretna East, 18-6 on the year, making the trip to Lincoln as well. So Scottsbluff, they got Nate Kelly. They have a really talented team, really talented guard. He has made some noise in the state tournament. Scottsbluff played Skutt Catholic last year in the state championship game. Both those teams on the opposite side of the bracket again. Scottsbluff Norris, if both those teams win their respective games, that was a semifinal game 2 years ago with Skutt Catholic on the other side. So some interesting storylines could come out Class B. I'm very excited to see how that transpires over the next couple of days. Obviously, Friday, semifinal Friday, you'll have all the PBA games here as well. And then you will have championship Saturday starting with D2 at 9 a.m. all the way until D1 at the end of the night. You'll get all 6 championship games right here. And it's a very talented field. Nick Sainer and Jay Foreman do a great job, but also Austin Orman and Tristan Gomez have stepped into that role and been able to keep everything afloat. We have Jake Bakovic, Harrison Arns, myself back here during the games as well. And it's been a blast to see all the comments and what we've done so far. And as we continue to give you coverage of the prep scene, not only throughout the year during basketball, but during the football season and also during baseball. So it will be an exciting time. That was just day 1. And we talked for 25 minutes about just day 1. Day 2, I mean, there was a lot of good games, overtime, comebacks, upset alerts, whatnot. That is the magic of March. And for sure, I guarantee we will see that again tomorrow, because that is just what the state tournament brings. And it's a fun time. While that's going on, there's also college basketball going on and baseball. Baseball opening days a couple weeks away, but the World Baseball Classic was tonight. USA was cheering for Italy. We'll get into that more in the next segment. We'll talk about the WBC, and then we'll preview look at some of the conference auto bids that happened across college basketball. and the Big Ten tournament. 4 games happened in Chicago today. 4 more tomorrow. We'll look at the bracket when we come back on Late Night Lincoln with Nick Whyman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table. State high school basketball coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena is proudly sponsored by Peru State College, Nebraska's first college helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. At Peru State College, you'll find affordable tuition, a close-knit community, and flexible programs designed to fit your goals. Whether you plan to compete in college athletics or get involved across campus, Peru State helps you reach your full potential in the classroom and beyond. Pursue your potential at Peru State College. Learn more about programs, scholarships, and book your campus visit at peru.edu.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, for brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Looking for something fun tonight? Axe throwing, local beer, and great vibes are waiting at Arbor Axe House. From casual nights out to celebrations and team events, it all starts here. Reserve a lane today at arbораxe.com. Arbor Axe House at the corner of N Street and Antelope Valley.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
At Planet Fitness, we're getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now and your first month is free. Whether you're chasing a buzzer beater or your everyday goals, we've got next level amenities like red light recovery and hydro massage to help you rebound and recover. Plus, with the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and access over 2,800 locations. Join now for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, March 13th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Hey fellas, March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. So here's your friendly reminder that ignoring your gut isn't a strategy on the field or in real life. Once you hit 45, screening isn't optional anymore. It can literally save your life. Advanced medical imaging makes it easy with fast, comfortable CT colonography. No hospital hoops, no all-day ordeal. Just a simple scan that helps you stay ahead of the game. Talk to your doctor about getting your screening ordered at AMI and keep yourself in the lineup for the long run.
Your cure for spring fever is at the Husker Lawn and Leisure Show, March 13th through the 15th at the Sandhills Global Event Center. See unique home and landscape displays. Admission $8. Veterans free on Friday. Hours and info at huskerlawnshow.com. Sponsored by South O Roofing.
Looking to get a room downtown or near South Lincoln? Abe Lincoln would tell you no to the Ford Theater and yes to Lincoln Hotel. Save up to 40% off downtown Lincoln prices with a nice clean room and comfortable stay. Lincoln Hotel is locally owned and offers a day pass to the city's largest locally owned gym, Good Life Fitness. Long-term stays are available. You can learn more about pricing and book your Lincoln Hotel stay today at staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565. That's staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
At Planet Fitness, we're getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now and your first month is free. Whether you're chasing a buzzer beater or your everyday goals, we've got next level amenities like red light recovery and hydro massage to help you rebound and recover. Plus, with the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and access over 2,800 locations. Join now for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, March 13th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, cold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing. Heating
and electrical.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Nick Whyman.
Welcome back. Late Night in Lincoln with Nick Whyman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. As always, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Allo Channel 69, you can join the conversation on the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line at 402-464-5685. Just got done talking about day one of the NSA Boys State Basketball Tournament, 2026 edition, and day one lived up to the hype. Freeman went hitting not only one, but two game-winning shots, basically, to send them overtime to tie it up, and then hit the game winner. Easton Bus going coast to coast for Freeman Falcons down there in Adams, Nebraska. They will be back on Friday to take on Bergen Catholic in a rematch from last year's first round. But also Westside and Lincoln High, an instant classic today with Lincoln High having an 18-point lead. The Warriors claw back from down 18 down to win that one, to keep their survive and advance in March. That's what March is about, survive and advance. Before we went to break, I quickly pulled up my phone and whatnot. We have a tweet from Max Crosby, the most talked about NFL player probably at the moment. So, catch you up. Me and DeMornay, about an hour ago, and Don't Punt Hour talked about Max Crosby's current involvement with the saga of him potentially being traded or whatnot. He tweeted, he was traded to the Ravens, ends up failing a physical. Ravens back out of the trade. He's on the Raiders. So as of about an hour ago, Max Crosby tweeted, "Everything happens for a reason. Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. I'm a Raider. I'm back." And that's, yeah. And it was a gif of WWE's Undertaker coming out of a casket. And so I guess Max Crosby's back on the Raiders, and that's big for them. I mean, like Mornay was talking him up, locker room guy you want in your locker room and whatnot. So interesting, to say the least, and whatnot. So with that, we'll do a quick little segment here, rundown. We got a couple more minutes left in this segment. USA Baseball in the World Baseball Classic needed Italy to win or Mexico to win with not scoring as many runs and whatnot. Mark DeRosa, the manager for the Team USA, went on the air the other day and said, "Oh, we already clinched a spot," but then they lose to Italy, and then it was all up to a run differential and whatnot and all that jazz. And USA was at home watching to see if they got eliminated or not, depending on results of Italy and Mexico. But Vinny Pasquantino, Royals infielder, first baseman, hit 3 home runs tonight to give Italy to advance, eliminate Mexico, and keep the United States alive in the World Baseball Classic. So the schedule for tomorrow is the first day without the World Baseball Classic and since the tournament started. So Friday at 5:30 Central Time, you'll get Korea against Dominican Republic. And then at 7 o'clock on Friday night, you'll get USA versus Canada in the first day of the quarterfinals. And then on Saturday, you'll get Puerto Rico, Italy at 2 o'clock. And then Venezuela, Japan at 8 o'clock Central. All those times Central Time. That's the World Baseball Classic quarterfinal matchups over on Friday and Saturday. Very exciting because that is you're probably going to get a USA, Japan potentially, but it'll be interesting. USA survive in advance, essentially. That's what March is all about, I guess. So a quick rundown of scores across college basketball. So the game I was talking about earlier, halftime right now, Montana leads Idaho 31-30 for the Big Sky Championship. So that game will still be going on by the time I sign off. So keep your eyes open for that one. I'm excited for that one because it'll be a game I'll be able to catch the end of. And Idaho, I watched yesterday, Colton Mitchell is a baller. And if the Vandals make a big dance, call me a fan, I guess. A lot of other conference tournaments started today. The Big 12 having the first rounds and whatnot, some quarterfinals, some mid-majors. I'm looking down the scores, some finals. So Stephen F. Austin took on McNeese State. McNeese State beat Stephen F. Austin 76-59. So McNeese State back in the NCAA tournament for a second consecutive year. They were in it last year, obviously, when Will Wade was there. They have a new coach this year and still make the tournament. That is a storyline to watch. They won a game in the tournament last year. So those are your 2 auto bids going on in college basketball tonight. So shifting gears to the Big Ten Conference, they started their conference tournament last night. Second round action started today. Iowa beat Maryland 75-64. Bennett starts with 17 to lead the way for the Hawkeyes. Along with that, Washington beat USC 83-79. Northwestern, Nick Martinelli leads the way with 28 big ones as Northwestern beats Indiana 74-61. And then Rutgers defeats Minnesota 72-67. So that sets the stage for the day 3 of the Big Ten men's basketball tournament. You see the bracket there pulled up right now. There is the bracket for day 3 set already. You will get some really good matchups. I'm excited for what tomorrow brings. You get Iowa and Ohio State starting off the day. Winner of that one gets Michigan. And then you got Washington and Wisconsin playing one another. Wisconsin, a very different Wisconsin team from what you saw back here in Lincoln a few months ago. They are a very good team now. All of a sudden, they're playing their best basketball of the year at the right time. After that one, you got Northwestern, who upset Indiana. Northwestern, Purdue, Nick Martinelli against Braden Smith and Purdue. Winner of that one gets Nebraska in the quarterfinals on Friday, 5:30 tip approximately for that one. So you will get the Wildcats or the Boilermakers taking on the Cornhuskers once again this season. Nebraska played Northwestern twice, beat them twice. And then Purdue, Nebraska lost that game at PBA in a stretch of losses during their season. And down in the bottom half of the bracket, Michigan State's waiting the winner of UCLA and Rutgers. So a fun schedule, a very fun schedule the rest of the way. Reminder, Nebraska basketball post-game coverage will be after state basketball coverage here on 93.7 The Ticket. Depending on how Saturday and Sunday go as well, game times and whatnot, it'll vary, obviously, and whatnot. So as you want a whole slate of Big Ten basketball, you got a full plate of it, not only today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday get the quarterfinals, and then Sunday you get your championship, and then leads you right into Selection Sunday. So a fun bracket. So we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to put a bow on the show, but we are also going to plug, once again, the games that you can hear on the air tomorrow. Tell your buddies, whatever gets you through work or whatnot. There are a lot of really good games, not only today at Pinnacle Bank Arena, but there's 6 more games tomorrow that are very exciting, and we'll touch on some key games to watch and matchups to watch and why they are games that you should tune into or try to get to if you can, because there's nothing like watching a high school basketball game at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Arena is relatively about over 10 years old now. It feels like just the other day Nebraska was playing Florida Gulf Coast there in their first college basketball game in that arena. But just something about the high school there. There's moments and etched in history in those walls inside that arena. So we'll be right back. Nick Whyman, Late Night Lincoln here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. We'll be right back.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and the rest of the 93.7 The Ticket crew as we bring you live coverage of the 2026 NSAA Boys State Basketball Tournament from Pinnacle Bank Arena. The action tips off Wednesday, March 11th. If it's being played at Pinnacle Bank Arena, it's heard on the ticket, Class A to Class D2, all week long. Join us March 11th through March 14th as we crown 6 state champions at the 2026 NSAA Boys State Basketball Tournament right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 12th annual Street Festival. The party goes all weekend long, but starts on March 14th and 15th with tons of giveaways, great Irish food, and green beer. And it continues on Tuesday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 9 a.m. on Saturday, 11 a.m. on Sunday, and 9 a.m. on Tuesday. And the street party starts at 2 p.m. all 3 days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's Irish Pub, located at 8th and P.
Good news, LES customers. Even though their lobby at 2620 Fairfield Street closes July 31st, they've still got plenty of convenient ways to support you. Find your best options at les.com.
True Built Construction in Lincoln honors the fighting men and women of the military and all of the veterans who have gone before. We salute you and thank you for your sacrifice. We understand freedom comes with a price. Thank you for serving our country and defending our freedoms. Our prayers go with you and your families. Stay safe, stay strong, and may God bless America. This military tribute from True Built Construction in Lincoln. Call 402-477-4663. Proud to salute our troops. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
The stretch run is here. On March 18th, Love Nebraska hosts Love Atlanta at Baxter Arena with first serve set for 7 p.m., and every set carries postseason implications. Two explosive teams meet on one court, trading quick transition, heavy swings, and defensive plays that can shift the match in seconds. Playoff implications on the line as the season winds down. Don't just track the score, feel every rally live. Secure your seats at lovebneb.com/tickets.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Dio Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Dio Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diotech online at diotech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124. Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Nick Whyman.
Welcome back. Late Night in Lincoln here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. We've had a busy day, but a very fun day across the airwaves. We've had early break, 6 really good competitive basketball games across D2 with 2 of those games and all of the Class A slate. Bach and the Black Shirt, old school in between there. Raph, going to take on sports. Don't Punt Hour to Morning Pierce now, and now myself to wrap up the day. So if you've been listening throughout the day, periodically, or the entire day. We all truly appreciate you and everything you bring to the table as a viewer. So tomorrow, again, another day of state basketball. The 3 other classes in action: Class B, Class C1, and Class D1 in action. As mentioned, we'll have Howes Dodge Fullerton, the 1-8 matchup in D1, followed by 4 Elm Creek against number 5 North Platte St. Pat's. That is the D1 action you can catch here on 93.17 The Ticket. But the Class B window is going to be electric. Starting at 1:30, you get Scott Catholic, the defending champions. They're taking on Lincoln Pius the 10th. A nice little rivalry between those two schools. Pius, like I mentioned, Pius is an interesting team. Started the year 4-13 at one point, and looked like at that point, it's like, oh no, the season kind of spiraled out of control. You've lost 13 of our 17 games to start the year, but Lincoln Pius 10th stays, of course, beats Wahoo in a district final and punches their ticket and sends the Thunderbolts back to PBA as they take on Scott Catholic, a team that has had a lot of success across the board in sports. Elkhorn North, a very young school. I mean, they turn of the decade, they became a school, opened their doors to their high school. They have a very talented team from that conference and whatnot. Sutton Pikowski and company. They've grown over the years. They have started out being a very wasn't like what Britt Prince steps into the doors for their girls basketball program, but interesting team with them. They're taking on Wahoo, who is a staple to Class state basketball in general. The Nightcap, Nate Kelly and Scotts Bluff make the trip east in Nebraska from Scotts Bluff to play Gretna East. Gretna East is another team who kind of has been knocking on that echelon to get to the state tournament and make some noise there and there. And then Norris and Bennington, the EMC game. This is a very intriguing matchup because Norris, as a very talented team, Chris Gardner Jr., Alex Small, Evan Greenfield, Coy Folkers, guys who have made some big shots and played in some big games for the Titans. They're going to be going at it against a team very familiar with. I think last night, the biggest thing I took away from interviewing and talking with Norris boys basketball coach Jimmy Motes was Norris has played they're the only team in the Class B tournament who has played against every single one of these teams. All other 7 teams they have faced at one point during the regular season, win or lose, they have faced. And the only team of those bunch that they lost to was Omaha Scott Catholic, the team that ended their season just over a year ago. So that is all I have. Obviously, a lot going on. College basketball still going on. Let's check that score of that Big Sky game that's going on, because that is where I'm turning into. There's a couple games also. Mountain West Conference game going on. Big West. Big Sky Championship right now. Idaho holding a 37-35 lead with about 16 and a half minutes to play in regulation. So a ticket will be punched to the big dance tonight or this morning, I guess, technically, depending on where you are watching from and where you are listening technically from. So Dick Whyman here, 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com. Early break, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, followed by 6 more high school basketball games, D1, 2 games, the entire Class B slate. Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman, Austin Norman, Tristan Gomez on the call for those ones. So see you tomorrow. It'll be another fun day. Let's do it all again after a exciting day 1 of the NSA State Boys Basketball Tournament.